MTC. Day 07, Number 1. When it comes to climate change, many blame the fossil fuel industry for pumping greenhouse gases, the agricultural sector for burning rainforests, or the fashion industry for producing excessive clothes. But wait, what drives these industrial activities? Our consumption. Climate change is a summed product of each person's behavior. For example, the fossil fuel industry is a popular scapegoat in the climate crisis. But why do they drill and burn fossil fuels? We provide them strong financial incentives. Some people regularly travel on airplanes and cars that burn fossil fuels. Some people waste electricity generated by burning fuel in power plants. Some people use and throw away plastic products derived from crude oil every day. Blaming the fossil fuel industry while engaging in these behaviors is a slap in our own face. MTC. Good job. Let's start. MTC. Day 07, Number 2. Over time, babies construct expectations about what sounds they will hear when. They hold in memory the sound patterns that occur on a regular basis. They make hypotheses like, if I hear this sound first, it probably will be followed by that sound. Scientists conclude that much of babies' skill in learning language is due to their ability to calculate statistics. For babies, this means that they appear to pay close attention to the patterns that repeat in language. They remember, in a systematic way, how often sounds occur, in what order, with what intervals, and with what changes of pitch. This memory store allows them to track, within the neural circuits of their brains, the frequency of sound patterns and to use this knowledge to make predictions about the meaning in patterns of sounds. MTC. Good job. Let's start. MTC. Day 07, Number 3. Some deep-sea organisms are known to use bioluminescence as a lure, to attract prey with a little glow imitating the movements of their favorite fish, or like fireflies, as a sexual attractant to find mates. While there are many possible evolutionary theories for the survival value of bioluminescence, one of the most fascinating is to create a cloak of invisibility. The color of almost all bioluminescent molecules is blue-green, the same color as the ocean above. By self-glowing blue-green, the creatures no longer cast a shadow or create a silhouette, especially when viewed from below against the brighter waters above. Rather, by glowing themselves, they can blend into the sparkles, reflections, and scattered blue-green glow of sunlight or moonlight. Thus, they are most likely making their own light not to see, but to be unseen. MTC. Good job. Let's start. MTC. Day 07, Number 4. Literary works, by their nature, suggest rather than explain, they imply rather than state their claims boldly and directly. This broad generalization, however, does not mean that works of literature do not include direct statements. Depending on when they were written and by whom, literary works may contain large amounts of direct telling and lesser amounts of suggestion and implication. But whatever the proportion of a work's showing to telling, there is always something for readers to interpret. Thus we ask the question, what does the text suggest? As a way to approach literary interpretation, as a way to begin thinking about a text's implications. What a text implies is often of great interest to us. And our work of figuring out a text's implications tests our analytical powers. In considering what a text suggests, we gain practice in making sense of texts. MTC. Good job. Let's start. MTC. Day 07, Number 5. In general, kinetic energy is the energy associated with motion, while potential energy represents the energy which is stored in a physical system. Moreover, the total energy is always conserved. But while the total energy remains unchanged, the kinetic and potential parts of the total energy can change all the time. Imagine, for example, a pendulum which swings back and forth. When it swings, it sweeps out an arc and then slows down as it comes closer to its highest point, where the pendulum does not move at all. So at this point, the energy is completely given in terms of potential energy. But after this brief moment of rest, the pendulum swings back again, and therefore part of the total energy is then given in the form of kinetic energy. So as the pendulum swings, kinetic and potential energy constantly change into each other. MTC. Good job. Let's start. MTC. Day 07, number 6. For species approaching extinction, zoos can act as a last chance for survival. Recovery programs are established to coordinate the efforts of field conservationists and wildlife authorities. As populations of those species diminish, it is not unusual for zoos to start captive breeding programs. Captive breeding acts to protect against extinction. In some cases, captive bred individuals may be released back into the wild, supplementing wild populations. This is most successful in situations where individuals are at greatest threat during a particular life stage. For example, turtle eggs may be removed from high-risk locations until after they hatch. This may increase the number of turtles that survive to adulthood. Crocodile programs have also been successful in protecting eggs and hatchlings, releasing hatchlings once they are better equipped to protect themselves. Day 08. MTC. Good job.